So sorry. It's all right. Take care. Is it all right?
He won 94, so he'd had a good innings. Anyway, all the best.
Sorry. So sorry.
Yes?
Hi, I'm Jane Goldsmith. Are you Mr. Parkinson?
I'm Keith Parkinson. You probably want Albert, my dad. He used to live here until he passed away a few weeks ago. I'm sorry.
I actually need to speak with you quite urgently.
Are you selling something? I have just returned from his funeral this afternoon, so I'm sure you'll understand I'm very upset and I can't speak to anyone.
No, I'm not selling anything.
Yeah, that's what they all say. Look, I have things to do. I'm sorry. Do you mind?
Like I said, I need to speak to you about something important. Do you recognise this man?
Well, that's my dad, obviously taken many years ago. Where did you get this? And who's that with him?
That's my mum, Pauline Jackson.
Never heard of her.
I'm not so surprised about that. Look, can I come in and speak privately with you?
I have nothing to hide, and we can speak here and make it quick.
My mum and your dad had a long-term affair in the 70s. They had not-so-secret weekends away in B&Bs across the country. Tryst, you might say. And I'm a product of that liaison.
Right, come inside. So, what's going on here then? Blackmail? He's dead now, so nothing can be done about it.
No, it's not blackmail. And something can be done about it. My mother was with child. She told your father about me and then he was gone, never to be seen again. My mother was poor. She was a single parent struggling to make ends meet. She had a babe in arms and a hovel to live in. And then your father was gone, off in a cloud of dust, off to the next woman on his hit list.
Well, he did always have an eye for the ladies. They were drawn to him like wasps to a jar of jam. Same with his son. I have very much the same problem.
Could I have a glass of water, please? Thank you. I'm sorry about that. My mum died in poverty. She didn't have 2 pennies to rub together. She really struggled to bring me up on her own.
Okay, put away the violin, that's enough. How much? Let's get to the point.
What do you mean?
The point! Cut the sob story and tell me what it is you want to leave me alone. How much? £100, £200? Let's put a figure on it. But I want a DNA test as proof. I'm not so gullible as to fall for a scam. Anyway, how did you find me? The obituary in the local paper.
Yes, it was the obituary that led me to find the house.
Yeah.
But I've been searching for Dad for years. But I thought it was only fair that your dad, our dad, paid us some belated maintenance.
Look, here's the deal. I will pay you £200. But I want to see the DNA test as proof. And then that's the end of it. We never see each other again.
Mr. Parkinson, Keith, I think you've misjudged me. I've taken legal advice and there's a strong case that I can claim a decent share of your father's estate. I plan to contest the will and I should get a fair share of our father's property and money. Of course there'll be legal fees to pay, but I'll see you in court and let the judge decide. There are photos and letters in there. I hope you're broad-minded. There's also my mobile number if you want to discuss all of this. I may have to contest the will. And of course that may freeze the distribution of funds for months or even years. Well?
Okay, right. I've read the letters and seen the photos. I never saw my dad like that, of course. I want to be reasonable about all of this.
That's good.
So, therefore... And I want vindication by proof of DNA test.
That's fine. I'm happy to provide that.
Yeah, well, assuming that is the proof I require, I accept it's right that you are awarded some compensation for your distress and inconvenience and...
There was no maintenance at all. And bringing up a child is very expensive.
Quite. My offer would be very generous. £5,000. And that would be a one-off payment.
I think we need more negotiations.
What figure did you have in mind?
Your father was a property developer in his younger days. I've done my research. He owns his house and at least one other holiday home. He must have money in the bank and, clearly, based on your own notes on the pad in his settee, lots of valuable possessions. So I think, 25,000 shouldn't be too unreasonable. Mr. Parkinson? Keith? Are you still there?
I think we should meet up for a talk.
Oh, at last. This is a really strange place to meet.
There's something in there I want you to sign. Just want to read it. There's something I need to get from my car. I am a very reasonable man. And I accept that my dad did like the ladies a little too much, and perhaps he didn't always behave as he should have done. So, considering the circumstances, I have decided to make you an offer of a one-off payment of £20,000, subject to proof by DNA.
Naturally. And I think I'll accept your very fair offer.
Great. Then we're agreed then.
But there is something more to say. During the past week, I've been contacted by a young man who's been following the same internet trail that I have. He'd like to meet you.
Hi, I'm Crispin. You must be Keith.
Who are you?
You're just as I imagined. I love the strong jawline.
Hey, what's all this about? I don't know you.
No, and I didn't know about Crispin either. It seems our dad was a lot more adventurous and fertile than we first imagined.
I've been searching for you for years. I mean, I always wanted a big brother. Isn't this great?
Big brother? No! I'm an only child. I don't like family. I like being on my own.
Well, that's a miserable attitude. Don't be a Mr. Grump. We could be best mates.
I don't have best mates. Friends are annoying. I've been socially distancing for years.
That's a very sad attitude. I thought we could go bowling or play Monopoly on a rainy winter Sunday. Dad would be so pleased that we have all met and bonded so well, all of us.
Who is he?
His name's Crispin. His mum met our dad on holiday in Mallorca. Go on, show him the photos.
Oh, yes. Oh, that's a rude one, sorry.
I've had enough photos, thank you. That bloody man. I'm never to be rid of him.
That's a wicked thing to say. The man who gave you life.
Yeah, and a few others too, apparently. Okay, how much do you want? Let's cut to the chase. No, I'm making a stand here and now. I want written agreements from both of you, and I want a verifiable DNA test from each of you. And then I will be willing to make a one-off payment, absolving me of all liability and involvement in your lives from here on in. Forever.
That's very harsh.
£15,000 each. That's the deal, take it or leave it. Or we go to court and thrash it out until I'm penniless. Or I turn to a skeleton battling out with lawyers until we all end up in an asylum. Or I turn to dust trying to settle it.
He's very dramatic. And no bowling.
Agreed.
Oh, go on then. Agreed.
And that's it. Finished, final, settled. I have both DNA test results now, and so the money's being put into both your accounts this afternoon.
Thank you. I'll pass it on to Crispin. I've decided to stay in touch with him.
Well, good luck with that. Right, I have to go now. Hi, I'm Arthur. You don't know me, but I think we might be related.